I never thought I'd hear those words from the woman I loved. Let's try another person in the bedroom. At first I laughed, thinking it was a joke, but the way she looked at me, serious, cold, almost daring me to refuse, made my stomach drop. That was the night everything changed, because that wasn't just a suggestion, it was a confession in disguise. My name is Liam, I'm 33 years old, and for 3 years I thought I had it all. A woman who loved me, a home filled with laughter, and a relationship built on trust. Her name was Samantha, 29, and she was the kind of person everyone gravitated toward. Confident, playful, the life of any room she walked into. I was more grounded, quiet, but she said she loved that about me, said I balanced her out. We had what I thought was an unbreakable bond. We'd cook dinner together every night, dance in the kitchen to old love songs, and spend Sundays just curled up on the couch watching movies. I honestly believed we were happy, so when she brought up the idea of spicing things up, I thought she meant a weekend getaway, or maybe role play, something fun and harmless. But when she said, "Let's try another person in the bedroom," everything inside me froze. I tried to laugh it off, asked her if she was serious. She smirked and said, "Don't be so uptight, Liam. Lots of couples do it." But the thing is, she wasn't talking about fantasy. She already had someone in mind. At first, I didn't want to believe it. I told myself maybe it was a misunderstanding. But soon, I started noticing the late-night texts, the way she'd lock her phone when I walked into the room, the girls' nights that ended with her coming home smelling like cologne I didn't own. When I asked her about it, she'd flip it on me, say I was being controlling, insecure. And for a while, I believed her. I thought maybe I was the problem. Until one night, she came home late, half drunk, and slipped up. She said something that made my heart stop. She whispered, "You'd like him. He's so confident in bed." She didn't even realize she said it out loud. The next morning, she acted like nothing had happened. But I couldn't shake it off. I needed to know, so I did what I never thought I'd do. I checked her phone while she was showering, and there it was. Messages with someone saved as Mia. But the conversations were anything but platonic. Turns out, Mia was Michael, a guy she'd met at the gym, and their messages were explicit, detailed, like they'd been together for weeks. The line that burned into my memory said, "Can't wait to convince him to join us. He has no idea." My hands were shaking. My chest felt tight. It wasn't just cheating. It was manipulation. She was planning to humiliate me, to drag me into her twisted game without my consent. I didn't confront her right away. I wanted her to feel the weight of her own trap, so I played along. The next night, I told her I'd been thinking about her idea. I said maybe we should experiment. Her eyes lit up. She thought she'd won. She spent the next few days planning everything, acting sweet, affectionate, like we were back to normal. But she had no idea that I had already sent screenshots of her messages to myself, every word, every photo, every lie. On the night she'd set up her surprise, I let her get all dressed up, lit the candles, poured the wine. Then, I looked her straight in the eye and said, "You know, Samantha, I'm actually open to trying something new tonight. Honesty." I slid my phone across the table. Her smile vanished. The color drained from her face as she saw her own messages staring back at her. She tried to deny it, but there was nothing left to say. So I stood up, grabbed my keys, and walked out. No yelling, no begging, no drama, just silence, the kind that hurts worse than anger. It took time, but walking away was the best decision I ever made. I rebuilt myself. I found peace in solitude, in learning to trust myself again. I realized that love without respect isn't love. It's control disguised as passion. A few months later, she texted me, said she regretted everything, wanted to talk. But I had nothing left to say, because I finally understood when someone tries to break you down to make themselves feel powerful, the real victory is in not playing their game. So I left her message on read. Sometimes the greatest revenge is walking away with your dignity intact. And if you've ever been betrayed, manipulated, or heartbroken, remember this: your silence, your peace, your healing That's what they can't control. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more real-life stories of heartbreak, revenge, and transformation. Because every ending can become a new beginning if you choose yourself.